Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Unlocking the Truth, where we explore the hidden realities behind some of the most fascinating and controversial topics in our world today. In this episode, we are going to unveil the dark side of drone misuse and how it is affecting our society, our security, and our privacy. Drones, or unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, are flying machines that can be remotely controlled or programmed to fly autonomously. They can range from small hobbyist devices that can fit in your palm to large military aircraft that can carry weapons and surveillance equipment. Drones have many positive uses, such as delivering medical supplies, fighting fires, monitoring crops, filming movies, and more. But they also have a darker side, as they can be used for illegal, unethical, or dangerous purposes by criminals, terrorists, or irresponsible users. In this video, we will look at some of the ways drones are being misused nowadays and what are the consequences and challenges of dealing with this emerging threat. We will also discuss some of the possible solutions and regulations that can help prevent or reduce drone misuse in the future. Drone misuse examples. One of the most common and widespread forms of drone misuse is flying them dangerously or irresponsibly near airports, airfields, or other aircraft. This can cause serious risks of collision, disruption, or damage to aviation operations and safety. For example, in December 2018, hundreds of flights were canceled and thousands of passengers were stranded at Gatwick Airport in the UK after multiple sightings of drones flying illegally over the runway. The incident caused chaos and cost millions of pounds in losses for airlines and travelers. The perpetrators were never caught. Another example of drone misuse is using them for spying or invading people's privacy. Many drones are equipped with cameras that can capture high-quality images and videos from the air. While this can be useful for legitimate purposes, it can also be abused by people who want to spy on their neighbors, celebrities, politicians, or anyone else without their consent or knowledge. This can violate people's rights to privacy and dignity, as well as expose them to blackmail, harassment, or identity theft. A third example of drone misuse is using them for smuggling drugs, weapons, or other contraband into prisons, across borders, or into restricted areas. Drones can carry small payloads and fly over fences, walls, or checkpoints without being detected by conventional security measures. This can enable criminals to bypass law enforcement and deliver illegal goods to their associates or customers. For instance, in 2015, a drone carrying drugs and foams crashed into a prison yard in Ohio, USA, sparking a fight among inmates. In 2016, a drone carrying explosives was intercepted by police near a prison in Bucaramanga, Colombia. A fourth example of drone misuse is using them for terrorism or warfare. Drones can be weaponized with explosives, guns, or chemical agents, and used to attack targets from a distance. They can also be used for reconnaissance, surveillance, or propaganda by terrorist groups or rogue states. For example, in 2019, Iran shot down a U.S. military drone that was flying over its territory, escalating tensions between the two countries. In 2020, Armenia and Azerbaijan used drones extensively in their conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh, causing significant casualties and damage. These are just some of the ways drones are being misused nowadays, but there are many more potential scenarios that could pose serious threats to our society, our security, and our privacy. Drone misuse consequences. The consequences of drone misuse can be severe and far-reaching. Depending on the type and scale of the misuse, they can affect individuals, communities, businesses, or nations. For individuals, drone misuse can cause physical harm, psychological distress, or financial loss. For example, if a drone collides with a person or a vehicle, it can cause injury or death. If a drone spies on a person or steals their personal information, it can cause anxiety or embarrassment. If a drone damages a person's property or interferes with their activities, it can cause inconvenience or expense. For communities, drone misuse can cause social unrest, public disorder, or environmental damage. For example, if a drone disrupts an event or a service that affects many people, it can cause anger or frustration. If a drone provokes a violent response from authorities or civilians, it can cause conflict or violence. If a drone pollutes an area with noise or waste, it can cause nuisance or harm. For businesses, drone misuse can cause operational disruption, reputational damage, or economic loss. For example, if a drone interferes with an airport or an airline's operations, it can cause delays or cancellations. If a drone tarnishes an organization's image or brand value, it can cause negative publicity or customer dissatisfaction. If a drone steals an organization's intellectual property or trade secrets, it can cause competitive disadvantage or legal liability. For nations, drone misuse can cause diplomatic tension, security breach, or military escalation. For example, if a drone violates a country's sovereignty or airspace, it can cause protest or retaliation. If a drone spies on a country's activities or infrastructure, it can cause exposure or vulnerability. If a drone attacks a country's assets or allies, it can cause hostility or war. These are just some of the consequences of drone misuse, but there are many more potential impacts that could affect our society, our security, and our privacy. Drone misuse challenges. The challenges of dealing with drone misuse are complex and multifaceted. They involve technical, legal, ethical, and social aspects that require coordination and cooperation among various stakeholders. One of the main challenges is detecting and identifying drones that are flying illegally or maliciously. Drones can be small, fast, and stealthy, making them hard to spot or track by conventional means. They can also use encryption, spoofing, or jamming techniques to evade or deceive detection systems. Therefore, there is a need for more advanced and integrated technologies that can monitor and analyze drone activity in real time and provide accurate and timely information to authorities. Another challenge is responding and neutralizing drones that are posing a threat or causing harm. Drones can be agile, resilient, and unpredictable, making them difficult to intercept or stop by conventional means. They can also use self-defense, evasion, or counterattack mechanisms to resist or deter response actions. Therefore, there is a need for more effective and proportionate measures that can disable or destroy drones without causing collateral damage or escalation. A third challenge is regulating and enforcing drones that are being used irresponsibly or illegally. Drones can be diverse, dynamic, and decentralized, making them hard to classify or control by conventional means. They can also use anonymity, mobility, or transnationality to avoid or violate regulations or laws. Therefore, there is a need for more comprehensive and harmonized rules that can govern and guide drone use without stifling innovation or freedom. These are just some of the challenges of dealing with drone misuse, but there are many more potential issues that require attention and action. Drone misuse solutions. The solutions to drone misuse are not simple or straightforward. They require a balanced and holistic approach that considers the benefits and risks of drone use, as well as the rights and responsibilities of drone users and other stakeholders. One of the possible solutions is educating and raising awareness among drone users and the public about the proper and safe use of drones. This can involve providing information, training, and guidance on how to operate drones legally, ethically, and responsibly, as well as highlighting the consequences and penalties of drone misuse. This can also involve promoting a culture of respect, trust, and accountability among drone users and other stakeholders. Another possible solution is developing and implementing standards and best practices for drone design, manufacture, and operation. This can involve ensuring that drones have adequate safety, security, and privacy features, such as identification, geofencing, encryption, and fail-safe mechanisms. This can also involve ensuring that drones comply with relevant technical, legal, and ethical requirements, such as certification, registration, testing, and auditing. A third possible solution is collaborating and cooperating among different sectors and countries to address drone misuse. This can involve sharing information, resources, and expertise on how to detect, respond, and regulate drones effectively and efficiently. This can also involve harmonizing policies, laws, and regulations on how to govern and guide drones fairly and consistently. These are just some of the possible solutions to drone misuse, but there are many more potential strategies that could help prevent or reduce drone misuse in the future. Conclusion: Drones are amazing and useful devices that can offer many benefits to our society, our security, and our privacy. But they also have a dark side, as they can be misused for illegal, unethical, or dangerous purposes by criminals, terrorists, or irresponsible users. Drone misuse can have severe and far-reaching consequences for individuals, communities, businesses, or nations. It can also pose complex and multifaceted challenges for detection, response, and regulation. Therefore, there is a need for a balanced and holistic approach that considers the benefits and risks of drone use, as well as the rights and responsibilities of drone users and other stakeholders. There is also a need for education, awareness, standards, best practices, collaboration, and cooperation to address drone misuse effectively and efficiently. Thank you for watching this episode of Unlocking the Truth. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to leave your comments below. What do you think about drone misuse? Have you ever experienced it yourself? How do you think we should deal with it? Let us know your thoughts and opinions.